design hash map. In this we have to design and implement the hash map without using built-in hash table or inbuilt things. And here it says the three function given. First one is put, in which insert a key comma value pair, basically pair into our hash map. And you can read this. Okay, so let we go with our brute force approach. This is our brute force approach. So for hash map or hash set kind of thing, we take 1D vector, and here I took its size, int size declared. Obviously its size is an integer value, it's an integer number, so I've took its size, and inside this function, my hash map, I've initialized its size. At the top I declared, and inside this my hash map function, I've initialized the size with 10 to the power 6 plus 1. And from the array we know that if our size of an array is n, so its index goes from 0 to n minus 1. So here our index of the vector starts from the 0 and goes till 10 to the power 6. So this is our total size of vector is 10 to the power 6 plus 1. This 1 is because we are starting with index 0. So that's why it is going from 0 to 10 to the power 6. So that's why 10 to the power 6 plus 1 to 10 to the power 6, it's 10 to the power 6 plus adding the 0th index so we will include our size as 10 to the power 6 plus 1. Okay, so below it we use the vector.resize function, and inside this resize we will pass its size which we made. Okay, so now for this hash map function we will use the fill method. We will fill from beginning of the vector to the end of vector with the -1. This is we filled it initially with whole vector. We have filled initially with -1 value. That's our initialization of vector. Okay, so that later or at the end we perform this put, get or remove operation, we will change this -1 value inside this vector. We update this -1 value with +1, 0 or any kind of thing, whatever operation we are performing from this below. Okay, so here is our put function. Inside it we have passed the key and value. Here key is the index and the value. We have to put the value inside the key. Here key represents our index. So in vec of key we have placed value. By vec of key is equal to value. This is get function, and we have passed the key. So this is get function. We have passed inside it key. We have passed key inside this get function, and it returns the vector of key. What this vector of key will give us? It will give us value. If we pass key, so it will give us value. Means for any particular index we will get its corresponding value. So that's why we have, so this is return, this is get kind of function. In get we got the answer, that means we have to return the answer, so that is the value. Okay, so now below, so at the last, this is the remove function we have used. Basically here we don't return anything, so that's why its return type is void. We have not taken it to agent. Okay, so in remove I passed the key. So if I want to remove and keep any value, means this is vector of key which is value, so we will set it to be -1. Means if any value placed inside this vector, so it will be updated from -1 to any non-zero value, any integer kind of value. Okay, this integer kind of value. So if we remove, so again we have to reset that value by -1, so that our value of that vector at that particular index will become -1. That is the main catch here. So this is the brute force approach. This is not good. Its time complexity is big of 1 and the space complexity is not that good. See the vector size, 10 raised to power 6 plus 1. This is a kind of exponential space. We don't want this kind of large space. We want to reduce it to either big of 1 or big of n. So we'll move on to optimal approach.